Cheers, people. Okay, so this week I'm going to be doing a little bit of a reverse order here because I am currently continuing to do some scrapping out of various bits and bobs to make way for a huge e-waste pickup I'm doing this week. But hopefully you've already seen me do that pickup, because this is the video in preparation to making a space for that pickup, but the video I'm showing next will be the pickup, so we're like going back in time. So yes, this is the current state of the workshop, which you saw a bit of last week. And yes, Ian, I know you revelled in it and thoroughly enjoyed the state of my shed. We'll make the most of it. It's not going to be like it for too long. She says. But before we get started, I thought I would just show you something that I purchased this week. Basically, you saw all the holes in my gloves poking through because of my nails and things. I decided the time had come to buy some more, and the only reason I was able to do that was because I had a lovely Amazon gift voucher, and I also had a lovely super chat from eWaste Ben, and I thought, you know what, buy something specific that you actually need. So I did. So I got something that I couldn't put on my wish list because it wouldn't accept it without the address. So I got this multi-pack of Maxi Flex gloves. Hurrah! So there we go. I got myself another 6 pairs. So hurrah! That should keep me going for a while. Put them on the glove pile. Ba-bum. Now, quick tip for you. These are my favourite gloves. I have got others. These are my favourite for in the workshop, doing stuff where you need to be a little bit more dexterous. Because other gloves I find a little bit thick. But these ones are thinner, and I know lots of people wear them. But when you first get them, I mean, look at that. My hands are tiny, but and small is the size I need. Medium are too big. But when you first get them, they're so small and tight that can you see I can't even get them. So quick tip for you. What I do when I get a brand new pair of these, I just simply pop them in front of the heater like that, because they're sort of a rubbery kind of thing. Very quickly it warms them up enough so that you can just slip your hand in, and you might notice the difference is that they're much more my ring poking out. They're just much more flexible all of a sudden. Just that for that initial, you know, it's like anything that's new, is that, and they're still a bit, see, this one hasn't loosened as much as this one. This one's better. This one's still a bit tight, so I'll just pop that in front of the heater again, like so. Oh yes, that. Look at these down here. They've obviously fallen out of a bag. There we go. Boom. Now I've got some nice brand new gloves. So thank you very much for the contributions that allowed me to buy those. So there we go. And you know me, I'm not going to be throwing away the my other gloves. That's no. They'll still kick around. You'll still see them again because there's still some use left in those. So yeah, they'll come in handy for something. And when I lose these, or one of these, like I always seem to do, you know how it goes, guys. Where do all of those right hand gloves go? It's like that weird mystery of life. The little right hand glove elves just come and magic them away. Oh, but they leave all the lefts. Ah, Yes. And yes, you'll have seen me scrapping occasionally with one of my gloves like this, because all I've got is left-handed gloves. And yeah, it is what it is. Right, anyway. I was just looking at this, and I thought, actually, I think I could probably dink off this bit of aluminium here. It's all extruded. This is extruded. But I thought if I could dink that off, then I could probably actually cut off. I wouldn't bother getting these copper bits, but I could cut these bits of copper off. So what I thought was, I would just see, you know, if I can get some movement here. Not quite as dinkable as I had first hoped. You just know what's going to happen. I'm not going to be able to get my hammer back out. So we're all in now, guys. We're all in. Uh-huh. Yep. All in indeed. It's actually pulling. It's actually pulling the copper down with it. I didn't think it would do that. Must be so moulded on there, but that's all right. We'll go with this. I just need to start it off. There we go. Do 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 do. And another one gone, another one gone, another one bites dust. Hey. Oh. Do 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 do. Damn you. Well, you can see it's having none of it. Zilch. Zero. So, I guess the only thing I can really do here is this. There we go. I mean, I have done heat sinks. What the deuce is that going on in there? What weird looking copper. Oh, I'm not going to bother with that. But I will put that in copper aluminium radiators. Right. Okay. Meow. Meow indeed. Oh yes. Oh yes. Teeny weenies. Right. Let's not go real micro. Let's be sensible about this. Basically, I need a workbench, so I'm going to have to do some of this stuff that I just, you know, wasn't doing. Getting around to doing. It's just that there's stuff on here that, you know, when I was scrapping out, I threw up here. Just because it was going to be quicker to do that. Well, you know, it doesn't always work out so great. We've got some gold pinnage there that's just literally fallen into my lap. It's not spectacular or anything like that though. Yeah. Not as nice as these ones, but obviously this is a nice slot card, so nice big gold corner BGA and a lovely gold band crystal oscillator there too. But now that I've taken that off, I can get rid of this. I mean, yeah, let's get that and that. Get all the goodness. Of course we're going to get all the goodness off. Of course. Yeah, I have the MOSFET. Thank you very much. And I shall have the cordage too. Thank you very much. Right. Oh. Look at the size of that MOSFET. Oh. Yes, baby, you are coming to me. Now, annoyingly, I lent my husband a couple of tools and they're indoors. So I'm going to need that in a minute. But before that, we'll get these. Yummy! It's just easy. Just pull. Oh, well, that whole thing came off, but it's actually easier if you can just try and get it to uncoil at the time, because you can use the board as leverage one end and just unravel it. And it doesn't always work out that way. Like this one's not going to do that, so I'm just going to take the whole thing. Okay. Might as well get that added value there into motors and transformers. Makes no sense not to do that. That's a heavy transformer there, I can feel it. Right, and then lastly, this bad boy. I might actually be able to hammer this off. Yes. Let's twist again like we did last summer. Ooh. Just get the steel clip off. And then you've got lovely aluminium and a nice big MOSFET, and you can see that coppery gorgeousness in there. And I shall take great pleasure. Yes, great pleasure in putting these in my MOSFET drawer. If I can get to it. It's always a challenge. Yes, I can, just about. Ta-da! There we go. Okay, so then I can move some of this stuff out of the way. Oh yeah, it's got all the relays on. I'm getting those off, obviously. Go into further. See, a lot of these are there because I need to just do like quick little bits of further processing on, and then put them in with my boards, and then but knowing that if I don't get time to come back and do more, it's okay. I'm happy for it to go as it is, if that makes any sense. Because what I don't do is I don't put my boards in like this. If I know that I've taken everything off that makes it suitable for the buyer and to give me, you know, the singles and what have you like this, then I will, it can go like that. There's a relay there that I'll be having. It, you know, that is fine. There's other stuff that I would, if I had time, come and take off of them. But it's not the end of the world if it comes to it and I'm not going to get the chance to do that, basically. So for this, I just feel like the right thing to do is just to take off this bit of steel on the outside, but I'm not going to take off any more than that, although I am going to pinch the crystals. And then I can let that go like that, basically. We all love MOSFETs. Not only is it the copper that I go for, there is a tiny bit of gold recovery. Electronic Scrapper is a fan of the things like the MOSFETs, and he does great work on actually working out yields and things with all of these little components, which is fantastic news for the rest of us. Huh. It's alright, I broke into this because I thought it was a relay, but there was no code and it just said lamp. So, you know, I had to just double check though. So we got silver contacts. Yummy. Now, but what did I do with the jar of these? These ones, these MOSFETs, instead of being screwed in, have just got these steel clips. So that's quite cool, actually, because you just have to open up the clips there. And then you can actually, you can get to the MOSFETs. It's still a bit awkward. That's the nature of the beast. Trying down to their legs. But you can typically get there with a bit of persistence. And then we'll just get those off. I'll have that one as well. I mean, I will pretty much take most quick, easy MOSFETs off, to be honest. And any solenoid or copper toroids. So that's it. That one can go. We're going to have a border launch in a minute. It's only getting slightly more sorted in a way that's creating much more mess. I know. It's my favourite way of sorting, isn't it yours? You see, like, I've got some nice brass risers underneath. Okay. Have a little look here at this setup here. Okay. Huh. Some switches. That MOSFET I won't bother with if the long nose don't pull it out really easily, because I can't get in there. But luckily for me, it was fine. Oh, so I remember this little thing. This little D-linky thing. Let's have a look at those. Ooh, there's actually a gold corner in here. No, there isn't. Ooh, there's actually a gold band crystal oscillator in here, and it's a double board. This is cool. Okay, so you've got your RJ45 port. Got some little MLCCs on there. Some gold pins on there. And then you've got your actual camera bit. Some more little chips and some MLCCs. Crystal. And then on this one, actually a really nice IC here. This is like the main. We've got Electron Tech, I think, and the D-Link BGA here, and a gold band crystal oscillator here. Eon chip here. Some more little gold. That's not bad, you know, for this little tiny thing that I thought was pretty rubbish. I'm going plastics. Quite happy with that. I can go in plastics. And that can go in plastics. So yeah. That's nice. See, I will take the gold band let's get into this and retrieve what I want, which is the brassy goodness bit of silver and more brassy goodness with another bit of silver. Yummy. So they can go in the other jar. You can go in that one because that's just brass. And as I've lost my silver contacts jar, I've started another one temporarily. And then cute little cogs, I know where they're going. Damn, dropped one. Interesting, not quite what I was expecting. Well then this must have some copper inside here. Let's see, shall we? We can get under there. Okay, I think we're there. There has to be copper in here for this to work, so I'm going to get to it and show you. Here it is. Well, isn't that nice? Look at that. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, it broke. Beautiful, 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 soft, gorgeous copper here. So that's now mine. Yummy. And this is just steel, so in with the steel for that. Nothing special. But that was well worth getting into, that one, wasn't it? Oh, well, here's a roller mouse that's already been cut, so I'll go in there and retrieve that. Perhaps I'll set up my new pieces on my impact wrench. Maybe that would be the thing to do here. There we go. Tiny little board of nothing. I do, of course, quite like the balls. She said balls! Because, yeah, I don't know, they're quite satisfying. So, yes, of course, I keep the balls. What can I say? If it's a good one with a lead, I'll sell it. But typically there's not many good things about the mice, really. Going still. Okay. It's nice to actually finally do some of this round to it stuff, though, I have to say, because, you know, quite often there's no time. There's those gold pins on the RJ45s, but you'll see they're only actually gold plated on one side, so they're not really worth any time doing anything with, to be honest. But now that I've pulled that one off, I shall put them in my gold pin drawer. Can I get to it? Kind of. That's probably a fail, but never mind. Not interested in the mouse wheels. You probably could do something cool with them, though, to be honest. Could probably make a little vehicle toy or something with them. But if I did that, I would literally keep everything. Everything. I'm not keeping everything. Right. There's a fine line as well, isn't there? Because, as I'm sure many of you will know, who have channels anyway, is that you try very hard to not be a hoarder. And let me tell you, the struggle is real. Yeah, it is very easy for that to go right. But also, you try not to keep everything, but you end up keeping a lot of stuff. And then what happens is you then stop. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, because what you do is you stop. There's some things you just cannot keep. You just can't. So you let them go. And then people say, oh, you should have kept that to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then another time you'll keep something and you say, oh, because that's going to come in handy, or that I can turn this into something else. And then you get, oh, it's a slippery slope. Oh, don't be hoarding. Oh, no. And then you're like, oh, I'm trying. I don't know what to do for the best. So I know there will be some times where it'll be, oh, you should have kept it. I just cannot keep everything, even though some of these little tiny components are very cool. But yeah, and I keep a lot more than most, to be fair, so for the creation side of it. So yeah, it's a minefield. That is certainly true. Anyway, making quite good progress with this workbench. As in, we can see workbench. So, yes, people, yes. Appreciate you joining me. It's sort of probably quite boring for some who want specific teardowns, but sometimes you just got to get stuff done. And with how busy I am and things, I thought, well, my way to be able to do a video is I'm going to film getting the stuff done. So here I am, getting that stuff done, basically. So yeah, I love those side bits of aluminium because pretty easy to just rip off yourself. Well, one was. It's getting dark. In fact, actually, I think it's already got dark while I've been up here. Oh dear. Gonna have to do some heavy editing of this, because otherwise it's going to be mightily boring for everybody and long, too long. So I'm going to come back up here tomorrow and do some real proper teardowns, because I'll have done the getting it done stuff, and I'll bring up the tools that I couldn't be bothered to go and get back today, my copper pliers and my new one. Basically, look at this absolute mess. Make sure I get the right bags in my house. Okay, another little gizmo. Ah, I've just heard the rain. Heavy rain start as well. It's a bit grim. Ooh. Ooh, I say, that's a lovely little surprise. So this is Jet Direct, an HP Jet Direct. Look at this lovely little board. Small but mighty. Yeah. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I'm talking to you. And you. That's not bad, is it? Like that little board. Fantastic. Oh, some tanties. Ah, finally. It's been a while, you know. Been a while. Another one. Good. Nice little board. Still. Pretty good. Not bad. Oh, can you hear that rain? Oh, I pushed my luck. She did it. Solis pushed her luck. I hear lots of noise out there. I'm just going to pretend I can't. And it won't be my cat on the roof today because he would not be on the roof in that rain. Heck no. There we go. Brassy goodness. In the brassy goodness. Right, MOSFET. MOSFET with the good stuff. MOSFET. And as I said, other resistors, sometimes the four-legged ones, they might not necessarily be a MOSFET, but sometimes other things of a similar disposition have that same copper plate or even gold legs. So oh, standing up too long, my knees hurt. Okay, it's a new day, getting stuff done. So I've cut the lead, just a little bit of aerial lead off of this little plastic TV aerial. But don't be fooled that that's all there is, because if you look closely, it's not just plastic, it is actually wrapped in wire cable. So unwrap it all, and then you've actually got yourself another handful. And this isn't coax either, it is actually just single and going with your singles. So that's the result, and then that's just plastic. Right. Just give that a little encouragement to do it the quick way. I'll be turning these into motors and transformers. So it's messy, but you know, speed is where I'm at the moment. You know, I haven't got too much time. and also tomorrow is my pickup day. These are nice heavy little fans. Just get most of the blades off and it's then fine to go as a motor. That'll do. That'll do as well. There we go. And yes, I have got to spend a bit of cleaning up time doing it this way, but that's alright. It's still quicker than doing it delicately. I might just take a couple more of that off. There we go. Get the shark fin off. Alright. No, it's not gold, so. Okie. Actually nothing on that board whatsoever, so I'll actually just give it the snip. Chuck that into singles. A few mini little singles there that I'll do in a minute, and then just do a big plastic sweep up. My daughter's already fed up and I really haven't got what I need to get done today. Having a bit of a tricky time. Yeah, it's not... Oh, I don't even need to go into that. Right. This is the further sorting cable bag. Put it where I can still throw what I want to throw into the sorted stuff. Okay. Honestly, I'm not going to do anything with that other than put it in shred. There's nothing on it for anyone. Okay, I've got this Alba stereo. The outer shell is plastic. It's not a fantastic make. So, back has popped where it's got damp. So basically, we're going to go down the scrapping out with this one. Alright. This is the CD player. I'll get some of this plastic out of the way. Just plastic sides, nothing to them whatsoever. Just pretty poor show, really. Okay, nothing bored. Some cordage at least. That's actually got a Torx bit on it. T10, I imagine. Yeah. So this is just the motor for the CD drive. Okie dokie. Just trying to get this to a bit of a more reasonable size, basically. Oh, about 10, probably not even that, about 5 minutes. Okay, nice big transformer. And all the usual shebang that you get with these boards. You do get nice little solenoids on the tape deck though, so I'm usually after those. Nice singles in here as well, so equally after those. Okay. Okay. I mean, at least you always get a transformer on these. I guess that's something. Oh, that's a nice one. See that lovely copper in there? That's a keeper. That's very nice and heavy. Just quickly, look at the size of the silver contact on that relay. Can you see that? Really, really thick and chunky. You see that? Amazing. Ooh yeah. Okay, so we've got a small Philips CRT TV. This one's actually a torque screw one, interestingly. So, look, not much, but, you know, could be worse. So, let's just get that off. To my favourite bit. Yolky goodness. One. Two. Okay, so we got, interestingly, one screw wasn't stainless and one was. And of course the stainless steel clip. That's odd, isn't it? Right, so just give it a little twist and shout. Maybe get the plastic junk off. Do 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 do. And the other clip. Ooh. Copper yoke to go with all the other copper yokes. There we are, 1 and 2. Okay, done. Now this is just a big old wooden speaker, but it's very heavy. Nice big bolt here, which means it's going to have a transformer in it, which I'm going to retrieve, as well as any other goodies that it's going to give up to me. Now that's quite heavy as well, I have to say. Not bad. Now, let's see. Yes, it's toroidal. Yeah, baby. Okay. That'll do it. Okay. Okay. all just tacked together. Snips! Alright. Well, that's... Whoa! Talk about green goo on the whole Gucci map lip. Yeah. Got a nice wad of aluminium. Okay, so now we can get to in here, which is the yes! Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful blue one. Here we go. Not bad for a crappy wooden speaker, huh? This is what I say. Always get the goods, guys. Always get the goods. I'm going to take the bolt because actually these are good ones. Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah. And there we go. Hello?
You're not going now?
Yeah, I'm coming. Okay, done. Okay, so I've had to be scrapping out indoors because both of my daughters and most likely my son, as he has symptoms, have COVID. So me going up to the workshop is a no-go for the end of this week, but I have been very busy in here, as you can see. Yeah, needs must. I've taken over the kitchen. It is what it is. But actually, before I go, I just wanted to show this that I got in the post. You can hear Frida. So I received this gift and letter in the post from somebody. Well, I'll call him Daniel S. He said I can read his letter out. And if he wants to comment on this video, he can. I will read the letter out because I have to say it really moved me. So this really was quite lovely. So it just says, "Dear Sollers, I hope these help you. I won't be offended. If not, I won't be offended. They are self-adjusting and locking spring-loaded pliers. Phew. They are great for grabbing hold of transformers and toroids on the boards and ripping them off. Good at grabbing small things, etc, etc. And I have to say they really are. But this is the bit that really moved me. I just want to say thank you to you, Sollers. Long story short, I've been suffering from depression for a few years after being badly bullied at work for a few years. I just took it and kept thinking it would get better. It didn't. I was set up for a fall at a client's site and was immediately sacked for gross misconduct. No chance to explain. Just marched out of the building. The next week our first son was born and nearly didn't survive, as we had an inexperienced midwife who just panicked. We spent a whole week in ICU with him. He's okay now. Thank goodness. After that I spiralled down and didn't recover. With the work thing, I had evidence that I'd been set up, and 6 months later I was able to prove what had gone on and get things sorted out. Great result, in fact. It didn't really help with my depression though. Anyway, after watching a lot of E-Waste Ben and Tin Man Scrapper, I thought, yeah, I could do this, but they're in very different countries and have very different situations. After watching and liking all of your videos, you've shown that this can be done here in the UK. In the past, I used to be like you. You're a grafter and love what you do and try to do everything right and do right by other people too. Recently, my family have noticed a change in me. I have my spark back and they are right. I've got my buzz back and I'm actually excited at the thought of getting back into something like this. And this was the bit. You've actually changed my life. So from the bottom of my heart, Sollers, thank you, Dan. P.S. I don't mind if you want to read this out on your video. Well, I have to say, when I first read that, I actually started crying because, well, I was very sorry to hear what you'd gone through, Dan, for one thing, but also just honoured to be part of your recovery. And like I said to you in the email, that I have no doubt you'd have got there on your own, but I'm really touched to be a helping hand, and you know, thank you so much for the gift, and the gift is amazing and I can't wait to use it. But this letter is like, I don't know, it really did touch me, and I think a lot of people will probably relate to that, and just how pleased they'll be feeling that you're on a better track. But just even the thought of having a tiny bit to do with that, I can't tell you how much that means to me. So I'm really pleased that watching this crazy lady getting up to her crazy antics in her shed, picking up with her X5, has given you such joy. And I do get such joy out of doing it myself. So I just, from the bottom of my heart, want to wish you well and thank you for this letter and this amazing gift. Now, as for the gift, I actually got it out and I've been using it before I've done the mail call, because you were right. It was fantastic for these, pulling off these lovely little, I just call them toroids because it's shaped like a toroid, but we won't go into that again. And even some of the bigger transformers as well. I found it really useful. So I shall, without further ado, look at these. Excellent, or what? And I have to say they're brilliant. I can only do a bit at a time when I'm, because of my, you know, I've got bad wrists. So for the really stubborn ones, they're great to just leave her on and pull them off. So thank you so much. What a fantastic tool. I'm really grateful, and they're going to get used so much. They're excellent, huh? Yes. A bit like a T-Rex or a Velociraptor maybe. Anyway, really helpful. But I really want to say thank you again for this. And happy scrapping and enjoy. And it's exciting that you're going to get back into it again, and I love that, and I wish you well and look forward to seeing you around in the comment sections. So I did have a little mishap this week for the first time ever, and here's the culprit. For the first time ever, I missed. Yep, I missed. And can you tell which one got it? Can you see? Does it do it justice? Well, it's this one. And I have to say that my titanium nails survived, because it was my fault. I was rushing. It's swollen here. I mean, I'll survive. A bit like Gloria Gaynor. But yeah, I was rushing, and I went out, and it was between the hammer and a brick, and I was leaning at a funny angle trying to rush to get something done, and boom. First time ever, and it serves me right for rushing. Anyway, Scrap Goddess got a bit of her dues there, because I didn't feel anything in that finger for about 4 hours afterwards, and thought, uh-oh. Other than pain, I could feel pain, but it was numb from here upwards, and I thought, uh-oh. But yeah, it's the skin's not doing so well on it either. Pretty gross, but yeah. Anyway, I survived. So thank you for watching. Bit different this week, obviously. Sorting out for the pickup that you've already seen me do. Ooh, topsy-turvy. And yeah, bit full on here, let's say. But anyway, next week will be part 2. of the e-waste pickup. Obviously, I'm now stuck here though because my children have COVID. But I've got one bit of it in the car, so I've done a bit of filming on that, and then we'll see how long I'm stuck here for. All right, well, thank you for watching. Take care. Lots of love. Be kind to each other. Yeah, be kind to each other. The world will be a better place for it. Thank you. See you all soon. Bye. Bye.